Welcome back to the battlefield. It has been some time since I played this campaign, so let's just go ahead and dive right back into it. It looks like we are still kind of struggling to establish ourselves, but that's okay. We have one army that has some heavy infantry in it. I guess they're medium infantry, but we've got one army with some decent infantry in it. That means we will hopefully be able to get some decisive victories on the battlefield, and that will enable us to start taking some ground here. Looks like the Irish are trying to sneak around and steal our capital, so obviously we will try and prevent that from happening. Now we could go out and attack these guys, but they're taking attrition, so I think it might be worth just letting them stay through the winter. We'll lose a little bit of money, but that's fine. Our taxes are all the way up, which is really not fine. Let's go ahead and drop our taxes down a little bit. We can afford to lose a tiny bit of money at the moment. Go ahead and hold off on that construction. Let's just make sure internal politics look fine. They do. I believe we are at war with everyone who we have discovered, of course, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and end the turn and see what is in store. Alright, so about this campaign, I have taken a couple of weeks. I think it's longer than a couple of weeks now. Anyway, it's been a little while since I played this campaign. I am still going to continue it until I'm satisfied with the outcome or until I just lose. It just might be a little bit less frequent that I have uploads for this campaign. I've got a lot of other things going on in my personal life that are just keeping me busy, so I have a little bit less time for YouTube. I'm sure you all understand. Alright, this is unfortunate. I was going to wait a turn so that these guys took some attrition. And they did take some attrition, but what happened as well is some more of my enemies walked up here. So now if I were to attack them, it would be 2 armies versus 1. And they have so many missile units, my goodness gracious. I could get some chariots. That would probably solve the problem of all of the missile units.
Hail to the mother. How can I would walk to the other world.
I'm not confident that this army could actually win in a straight fight against this Irish army, so I'm just going to go ahead and sit in a defensive posture for now. Down here, what is the play? I think let's move forward. And it would take all of our money and do some pretty serious damage for our economy. But let's pick up some chariots and let's have it out. Let's get ourselves a good old battle to get back into this campaign. The game says we have no chance of winning. That might be entirely accurate, who knows. I'm hoping these axemen can really carry their weight and mash their way through all of this crummy spear infantry without too much issue. Let's get in there and find out what happens. Now the goal here is to deploy so that we can cut off the reinforcing army immediately and then turn and face the army in the fortifications. I'm sure they'll charge out to try and fight us since they outnumber us so heavily. And their chariots will definitely be coming out. Let's go ahead and use the fog to our advantage because they have so many missile units. Okay, so our reinforcements are coming in from here, so that makes me think the enemy reinforcements should be coming in from down here, I think. And with all of the forest, it's actually going to be really difficult to find them. But let's take a bit of a gamble and deploy down here, way far away from our reinforcements, but they're light chariots and cavalry, so hopefully they'll be able to get to us quickly. We're just going to take one massive line here. I am going to leave the spears in reserve to try and help out with their chariots if they rush out at me over here. Keep the general in the middle, the light cav on one side. Almost forgot that I had slingers. That would have been a mistake. Let's go ahead and just deploy them here, put them on guard mode, and don't fire at will. And now I'm going to rely on my reinforcements to give me vision on what's happening here while I wait for the enemy reinforcements to show up. Did my reinforcements just change locations? I thought it said they were coming in here.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
Okay, so we've completely missed the enemy reinforcement zone, which is actually a pretty big problem. Alright, so let's redeploy over this direction as fast as we can. My reinforcements have now entered the battlefield. Let's send them straight over here. Let's see, where are we ending up? We'll just try and keep the slingers sort of close over here. We'll send the light cav over. Need to get the general over here as well. Still not sure what's going on with the guys in the fort, which is obviously less than ideal. Okay, if we can get up here and catch these guys out in the open, we can hopefully chop through all of their missile infantry really fast. That's the goal. These ambushers need to get up here as quick as possible.
Orders for Britain!
I kind of want to keep my general back a little bit, just because they might turn and smash him with all of their missiles.
Battle ready! Sons of the Oak!
Alright, so we are clearly at the disadvantage here. Let's keep these spearmen kind of out of the way for now, actually. General, it's time to get up here. It looks like they've separated 4 units out to fight me, which is totally fine. Okay, heavy infantry, set up here. Light infantry, where are you? You're still on your way. Okay, you guys keep running forward. General, go get them. You guys, go get them. Spearmen, just keep protecting this area.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
There's all of the guys from the fort. Go on, General. Do your thing.
Our general is under attack.
Horsemen!
Okay, we do need to get some infantry up here to support really soon, because this missile cav is not going to survive. I might send my general in after these
Our hidden
guys.
units have been discovered.
I might just send my general away. Haven't decided yet. Okay, these guys need to pull back out of this engagement. They're not going to win that. You guys go ahead and go get involved. Let's just start chasing.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Hit them in the rear with the general. These guys are losing decisively. Just keep pulling them out. Come on, chariots.
The men are wavering.
You're better than this. This is like the worst charge ever. Okay, slingers, ceasefire, move around the flank. I've never really used chariots, so I'm not sure how best to do it. It looks like sending them into a missile unit is the way to not do it. Noted. I would have expected them to beat these guys. It's okay, we're getting rid of a couple more units. Let's tell all of these guys to not fire at will. We don't want to waste all of their javelins.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
I'm totally okay with the chariots just getting massacred. They don't matter that much. Alright, let's send one spear to each side. How are things going up here? Okay, now we're going to use this chariot to kind of hold things down while the general gets out of there. Need to bring the slingers up close enough that they can actually be involved. Yep, just keep the general running away. He's going to take some javelins, but he's a big boy.
This is a shameful display.
Alright, I'm not entirely convinced that we traded well there, but we did get rid of most of this army's missile units. And we did some decent damage to these guys as well. Alright, let's see. So now that these guys are all kind of in position, we'll go ahead and let them fire at will again. I don't think they'll be wasting their javelins on anything down here. Send this general back to the A reserve. Alright, and maybe just give our guys a moment to rest, because they've been running a lot. We also have this unit of chariots to deal with still. I don't really have a good answer for them. I think I'll try to use my slingers. I'm not sure how effective it will be. Alright, let's go ahead and start moving up. Balance of power is shifted in our favor quite considerably. Looks like they might have decided to charge at me, so I'll just go ahead and welcome them with open arms. Bring the slingers up to the front row, or the second row, so they can go against these guys, who are javelin men. That's actually not worth the ammo. We'll send General number 1 out and around the side. Maybe there will be an opportunity for him to get involved. Okay, javelins. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Go ahead and just open fire. Don't want my general going in against the chariots. I want him to try and get over here and take out the javelin men. Are these javelin? They're slingers. Okay, interesting. I thought they had javelins.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
I have messed up my controls here. Something fierce. Missed my charge bonus across the board. This is all pretty bad news. Wait, why don't their chariots just instantly break? Alright, let's bring some of these guys around to the flank. General, go get involved. Bring these guys out here as well. Let these guys use their javelins. Alright, alright, alright. Slingers, knock it off. Try and break them quickly. I didn't want to take that javelin volley, but what's done is done. Okay, I don't really care too much about running down these units because I'm still not convinced I'm going to win this battle.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
So let's just send in the boys. We can actually let this light cav unit chase them down, because they're not doing anything else useful at the moment. Bring the heavy infantry around, bring some light infantry out and around the side to screen them if need be. General needs to get out of here so he doesn't get caught by infantry. Send in some infantry to do a countercharge. Give the general a little bit of protection on his way out.
Ready! Melee warriors!
Looks like our axemen are performing well. Go ahead and keep the light cav back by the army because their morale is very, very low. I should have gotten my other general involved sooner. He could have been doing a lot of rear charges this whole time. Let's just send these guys into the mosh pit.
Scrappers ready! Axes ready to ride! Warriors ready!
Should have used the war cry on this unit.
Warriors ready!
Oh well.
Noble horse! Axes! Kill!
Alright, this is going pretty well. We're losing balance of power though, which is a little weird. I feel like we should be massively gaining balance of power as we're breaking all of these units.
Elite cavalry!
Okay, pull the general back out. He's not winning that fight anymore.
Warriors of Britain! Elite cavalry!
As soon as I do that, the enemy starts routing. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Send the general back in to try and finish the job, and then we gotta reform the line.
Heavy horsemen!
Ourselves a nice little mosh pit going in the middle. You guys don't fire at will. Drop back into formation. You guys go ahead and pull back into formation as well.
The enemy general is dead.
Alrighty, good. Enemy general dead instead of just his unit running away. We'll let this general keep chasing. Well, he doesn't need to chase him down anymore because the unit's wiped out.
Noble horse!
Alright, our guys are actually mostly fresh still. So I think we might just start advancing. Go ahead and make sure everyone's on fire at will again, because they won't use their javelins while they're moving anyway. I don't want to waste the javelins on broken retreating units. Go ahead and slowly march forward. Alright, our initial engagement appears to have been quite successful. This unit is pretty heavily damaged. Let's rotate them out of the front. Still have this unit of chariots to deal with. Let's switch our lines here. We'll send these guys up to the front and let the heavier infantry stay in the rear for a little bit. Generals, this is your time.
Missile warriors! Ambushers! Spears! We hunger for blood and
Send the spearmen out here. Actually, let's keep these spears over here. We need to rotate another unit of cav off to... let's rotate the general instead. He's going to be more valuable.
Spears!
He just needs to be fast. Okay, these slingers are going to be in trouble soon. Alright, good. We did what we needed to there. They're going to try and get the side charge. The AI always does this. Okay, slingers are okay. Make sure we have an attack order here. Put these guys back into their line. This general is not being fast enough. Everyone else, start moving forward. We don't want to sit here and take slinger fire all day. My cavalry unit decided not to chase, I guess, which is okay because it means the enemy cav unit will turn around and go after me. Usually they do. Yep. Come on, let's go. Let's have it out. Okay, slingers, start hitting their slingers. Light troops, go to town. Heavy troops, go ahead and keep advancing. You don't have to run. These guys shouldn't last long. They're cheating and just running through my units, which drives me absolutely fucking bonkers. Let's just try and rout them real quick. Come on, get out of here. Good. I hate when the AI does that. Okay, I need to pause it for a second because we're about to have a frontline clash, and if my guys don't get charge bonuses, they are not going to win these fights. Okay, these guys need to wrap around the flank. I need to get my unit of spears up here. You guys, new target, kill the chariots. I want to get my heavy infantry into the front line as soon as possible. I need to be a little bit worried about these chariots, though.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
Okay, you guys actually get in there and try and kill those chariots. Send some heavy infantry in there as well, just to see if we can kind of slow them down.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Need to keep the heavy infantry moving forward. Can't have them out of the fight because my light infantry just won't cut it. Okay, slingers keep going to town here, that's fine. Okay, now I do want to start running down some units.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Spears, pull back out of this. Axe warriors start moving in. Try and just track those guys down with... Okay, no, that's slinger spearmen. We do not want to send cavalry in there. We'll send the axemen in instead. Okay, you spearmen, go help out with that engagement. Slingers, just keep hitting the center. How are our guys doing? Doing okay. Okay, trap them. Just trying to get my heavy infantry into the front line. These guys are getting smashed up. Okay, good. We dealt with the slinger spearmen. It's actually a really dangerous unit. Let's start pulling some of our lighter infantry out of the fight and let the heavier infantry do the work. Okay, you guys, it's your turn to pull out. Start sending these generals in on flanking charges.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Alright, my ambushers took a little bit of a beating. These guys actually probably could do with some support. That didn't have the effect I wanted. Try and keep our cav away from their spearmen.
Warriors ready! Spears!
Try and get a couple melee units around behind them just to help kind of wrap up all of these routing units. Because now that we can be pretty confident we're about to win, we do need to make sure that we run down as many of these units as possible.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Good.
We'll kill them all! Food burnt! Food burnt! Order!
You guys can go ahead and chase down those guys. Alright. And there we have it, a fairly successful battle. It's amazing what happens when I get some infantry that can hold their ground. Go ahead and let this continue, put it on fast forward, and just have the guys run down some of these routing units. Slingers, you're faster than most of my troops. You can do some chasing as well, just don't do any firing. Try and keep the generals away from this area. Whoops. As soon as I say that, I realize one of my cav units got trapped in that area. Alright, that's probably good enough. We're not going to wipe out those armies, but we did a lot of damage. Okay, I say that, but this army kind of looks like it got wiped out. Man, it's nice to have some solid infantry again. Look at that, 500 kills on these guys. Hardly any deaths, too. Well, we kept their chariots from doing too much damage. I guess our chariots probably didn't do much in return. Yeah, so the first army, I wasn't so worried about chasing them down. About 1,000 of them actually got away. So that army is still, I mean, it's not really intact, but the units didn't get wiped out for the most part, I would imagine. This army is pretty much devastated. They've got, like, what, 400 men left? 405 men remaining. I don't know why I stuttered in the middle of that. Okay, so I take it back, our chariots actually managed to pick up quite a few kills. Unfortunately, this general does get away. But yeah, so that's their two armies pretty much devastated. We can ransom the captives and make back most of the money that we spent on those chariots, and then just immediately disband them. That's how mercenaries are supposed to be used, I think. Okay, you are a governor. Let's go ahead and do that skill tree. These guys, let's see, what do we want here? Forest ambushers doesn't really sound that great. Night battles in forest. Like, all of these bonuses are so specific to situations that almost never happen. So I really don't think that's very useful. But none of these other ones look like particularly good options either. I'll just go ahead and go with the accomplished skirmishers for now. Keep improving our swordsmen. You know what, maybe we will try and get some night battles in there. Who knows? We can chase down these armies and finish them off. That's a nice, easy auto-resolve. Love to see it. Go ahead and keep releasing these prisoners. And then we can just pop back over here to get some replenishment over the end turn. Yeah, I think that's the right call there. These guys need to try and get into the city as soon as possible. I'm not really sure what to do about this situation back here, though. I'm not confident that I could beat them in a one-on-one fight, particularly with a heavy chariot general, and I just have a bunch of light troops. I really think I would lose that fight. But I don't think they're strong enough to come over and attack me, so I'll just go ahead and hold a defensive posture there. I'll maybe come down here and sack this settlement or liberate it or something, just so that we don't have to deal with this faction for a little while. And that'll let me focus these guys down, hopefully. I've just had an idea, so if I remember right, the English don't really have much of anything remaining. So maybe I could take the city of England.
I am the knife in the dark.
Would that be the right call, though? Probably not. Ooh, I've just realized undeploying my spy has ruined me for food. We'll go ahead and try and find a solution for that real quick. Usually, that solution just involves picking somebody to send as an emissary, and that usually works for a turn or two, I think. Maybe just one. Now, did I remember right? Did I see right that there is another unit of these available? No, there's not. Okay. I was going to hire them if they were available, but they're not. Alright, now we want to get our income back up. That actually didn't do much to help, so maybe it's not really worth it. No, that's probably worth it. We're fine for public order for the most part. It's not great, but it'll be okay. What would happen if I am taxing this province? No, I'm not. What would happen if I did? We would lose more food and not really gain much money, so it's not worth it at the moment. Ideally, these guys would come out of their city and I could wipe them out, so I just wouldn't have any enemy armies to worry about down here. And then I could kind of do whatever I wanted for a couple of turns while they recruited. But obviously that's not going to happen. I wonder if I could maybe get peace with these guys for a couple of turns.
I have little gain in wasting the day.
Okay, good. Now that they lost their army, they're willing to accept peace for a few turns. They'll probably just go back on that immediately, but, you know, that's on them being stupid, not on anything I could do. Alright, let's end the turn. Done enough talking. Interesting. An Irish army just wandered off into the woods and hid. Oh man, come on. Could I just, like, not have so many problems every turn? It would probably take all of my money to repair these buildings. But this settlement is my money maker, so I've got to. Now that these guys are not fortified, maybe now is the time to attack them. Their movement range isn't good enough to get to my city in time. I know I have at least 2 turns before these guys can attack me, just because they don't have enough movement range. Let's go ahead and send the spy back down here, just to keep an eye on them. I hate to give up this ground, but I've got to deal with this Irish army, and I don't think I can do it just with these few troops. Man, this is a struggle, and we're basically out of money now as well. Well, we should have just enough money for this turn. I should probably have checked if there was any chance the Irish would accept peace.
Talk, I'm sure, but we also need
Ah,
good food,
the
a
saving
warm fire,
grace
and warmer
of the
women.
moment. If these guys can pay me some money for trade... excuse
The
me.
needs of my people are simple. Some of your fine trading goods.
Yeah, I'm not paying you for trade, you're paying me for trade. Okay, so that's bought me a couple of turns, hopefully, for cash. Yeah, let's go back and deal with the Irish. We can also have this army patrol, just to save a little bit of money on the upkeep. Not much, but a little bit.
How can I help?
I am completely fine staying at peace with these guys for like the next 50 turns, because that'll give me a chance to hopefully clean up the mess that is the English Isles at the moment. I'm just hoping they don't go back on their agreement. We'll go ahead and let this episode run a little bit longer. Probably we'll have to end it right before the battle to kill this Irish army. But we'll go ahead and keep making a little bit more progress here. Are they within range of my garrison's reinforcing ability? I wonder if they are. If they are, I might be able to get an auto-resolve win up there. They're not. They are within range. Let's see if we can get an auto-resolve win. Oh. I love life right now. I am so happy that this works. Auto-resolve, get rid of all of these fools. Let's just be... No, I don't want to be aggressive because it'll kill off my cav. I hate how long it takes for my cavalry to replenish. Alright, so that has done a colossal amount of damage to them. And sent them packing. Now we can run them down, finish them off. I'm so happy the AI made that mistake. So happy. We'll go ahead and keep releasing the prisoners because, one, we need the money, and two, if we can get enough... what's the word for it? If we can get like enough positive relations with them as a result, then maybe they will peace out. My biggest problem is I haven't been able to control my fronts right now. Okay, so they don't want peace. That's okay. I don't care. We just smashed them up in a massive way. These guys are still hanging out. Let's go after England. Oh, this could be big. Alright, what would we be up against? Britannic tribesmen, a lot of slingers. That is a bit of a problem. Let's just build a shit ton of ladders and see what happens. We might get lucky and have them sally out. If they sally out, I think I could probably win. It's a big if, but I think I could pull off a win if they sally out. Okay, we're at a point where we can tax this province now, and that puts us just barely into the positive on money. Let's keep our taxes just absolutely as low as possible. Is it worth staying in a siege, though? Because that'll slow me down pretty bad. I don't know. We'll go ahead and hold the siege through the end turn and see what happens. Yes, please. I would love the extra food. I don't even know if any of these buildings matter right now, but I would love an extra 3 food, so let's go with that. I could probably start recruiting a couple more infantry units into this army just to help out with some potential defense.
Hail to the mother. How can I?
Alright, that looks good. Let's go ahead and wait this one out, see what happens. Is there anything here that she can get that would be beneficial? Not really. Alright. Oh, things look so much better when we can get peace with at least one faction. If I can get my second army down here fast enough, I might just abandon the siege of London to go deal with this other faction. These guys down in the southwest.
My lord has ordered.
That's okay, they didn't declare war on me. That's good enough for me. What are these guys up to? Just doing agent actions, or are they moving armies? There's the army. Okay, this is good. I think I'm gonna abandon the siege here and try and wipe out this army, and then maybe launch an attack. It's really unfortunate that it's winter this turn.
Besieging settlement. Move out.
Yeah, it really sucks that it's winter this turn. Why are these guys taking attrition? That sucks. Right, well, they're taking attrition. If I want to keep this settlement, I have to abandon the siege of London. How much food are you stealing at the moment? 4 food, so if we leave, we'll still be positive. What? Where did they go? I guess they're in ambush stance? Shit. Alright, well, let's abandon the siege. We could win this, but it would be costly, and we just wouldn't have enough staying power left to beat these armies. So, let's see, can we get over here and ambush? It's within range of the garrison. Yeah, let's try and ambush there.
How can I assist you? Moon goddess.
These guys are obviously just going to build back up, and as soon as they have their army put back together, they're going to declare war again. That's fine.
Are you brave or foolish?
The Irish want
or just
peace.
mad?
Can we get
Well,
some money out of
speak.
it?
I will listen before I... There is a time
Definitely
when
not
warriors
paying
must
you.
sheathe the sword and talk. The sword was drawn, but
You know
now
what?
it's bloodied.
What are the chances? Damn, that would have been awesome. If I give you pretty much all of my money, okay, that makes no difference. So let's just clear that, and then add it back in, try and get 900 gold out of you. Wonderful. That's just free gold. That's fine with me. I don't know why they randomly asked for peace, even though they wouldn't take it last turn, but I can accept it. Ooh, and we've just gone below the public order boost here. I would like to build one of these buildings, but we're struggling for money, and I've also just noticed that we ran out of food. And why did these get... Oh, these guys are taking attrition because we ran out of food. Why did I suddenly lose food? What the heck? Well, I guess let's just not tax this province, and that'll put us back in the positive.
Thirsty for battle.
Alright, let's end the turn and see... Oh, just kidding, let's not end the turn.
I live
Is that
to
these
serve
guys?
the
Yes, it
people.
is.
Meeting. How can I help?
We don't need the Empire maintenance reduction as much as we need wealth from all sources.
I live to serve the people of Britain.
Because we are starting to bleed money pretty bad. Anyway. Alrighty. What do you think? Are the Welsh going to declare war this turn, or are they going to wait until next turn? Well, this is exciting. I think this is one of the most difficult start positions I have ever attempted in DEI. I feel like normally by now I have probably about one province under my control, and I'm pretty well financially established. I've got some decent military. I've got my fronts managed, so I have one direction to attack and one direction to defend. But this campaign has just been an absolute dumpster fire. Absolute dumpster fire. Alright, let's see if we can find their armies.
Can't go that
Out
way.
in the open.
Heading out.
You, my good sir, have made, hopefully, your last mistake. Let's get them. Alright, this is going to be the start of the next episode. As always, I hope you guys enjoy. We will look forward to seeing you in the next one.